AnnickMagac. I am the author of Clear. I'm a coach, speaker, and designer. And today I want to talk to you about getting through the holidays. Hi Luke, if you're joining in, again, if anybody is joining in throughout this scope, please let me know what your name is and where you are from. And thank you for the hearts as always. And if you find any of this to be interesting, please share it by swiping left or right on your phone and sharing it to your viewers. So one thing I want to talk about today is we are in prime time holiday loveliness. And so this is going to mean that you're going to be going out and about, you're going to have engagements to attend to, whether or not that's a personal party that you're throwing, whether you are going to a party, whether you are going to your Christmas holiday Christmas party, whatever it might be. This all came to mind today because I happen to have my one day out of December where I need to show up, and I was invited to 3 different events today. Hi All Natural Chicago, how are you? Good to see you. I was just starting to talk about the holidays, and I'm sure that you guys can totally relate because you're probably throwing a bunch of holiday events. But how do we get through the holidays? And today I was invited to 3 events that I needed to attend to. Honestly, I made it to 2 out of the 3 events that I was actually supposed to go to. And you know what? It was totally fine. So I had it on my agenda to show up for these events, and I was super lucky because some people are, especially if you have kids or you have a lot of extended family, you can have obligations every night of the week throughout December, actually probably even starting in November, to attend all these events for the holidays, whether or not it's a work party, it's a party that you're throwing, maybe you're involved in volunteering, and you might have all these different things that you need to attend to. Well, today was my big day of events, and I went out and I had such a good time. And I'm going to tell you why I had a good time. One is that for the past several years, I have been traveling a lot for work, so I haven't really been around for a lot of these holiday events, which has been good and bad. Good in that it's gotten me out of a lot of things that maybe I didn't want to attend. Bad is that I have these gaps in people's lives where I now show up to these events and I'm like, you look very different than the last time I saw you. And 2, when did you have like 3 kids and now they're teenagers? Like when did that happen, you know? I'm sure some of you guys can relate to that like life happens, right? We get involved in what we're doing. We get caught up in the work that we have to do, and yet life continues on for everybody around us, whether they're, it's a personal close relationship or it's a much further out relationship. So, how do we handle this? I want to say something very specific because this came to light many a time today. Now, I haven't seen some people in a while and they haven't seen me, or it's just your natural tendency to like go out and we're going to have these events that we need to socialize at. Well, let me clue you in on something that as adults we don't think about that much, and that is that people are socially inept. Okay? Listen to me. I'm going to say this again. People are socially inept. All right? So what this means is that do not take anything personally. People have holiday stress because what ends up happening is that they think to themselves, oh my God, I've been so busy, I've been doing this or that. Do I look good? Is my outfit perfect? Do I look like I've lost weight? Do I look healthy? Do I look like that I'm going to be right? Is this event dress up? Is it not? What's going to be there? Should I bring something? Maybe I shouldn't bring something. Does it matter if I bring something? We get so worked up. Oops, I just covered the light. Sorry about that. We get so worked up about what we should be doing versus actually just taking the time to say, you know what? I'm just going to go to this event and enjoy myself. Actually, I'm going to go to this event and enjoy myself and connect with that just one person. I'm going to have one meaningful conversation because this is my opportunity. This is the holidays. This is what we are all looking forward to all this year, to just go and interact with at least just one person where it doesn't matter who you see at the event. It doesn't matter what you're going to partake in the event. What matters is that you just had the opportunity to connect with one person. That's it. That's it. I mean, if we really look at, what are the holidays about? What do all the religions say to us? And it's about, it can be about the religious figure, but I think that all religions really distill down to say that, are we connecting? Times of enjoyment and the holidays and celebration is that we actually just connect with people. We connect with our family, we connect with our friends, and we can easily lose sight of that because everybody, and this is everyone when I say this, that we get caught up in, oh my God, I need to be this, this, and this, and this, versus it actually being, no, the only reason why I'm going to this event is to actually hang out and see people and connect with people that I love and want to be with. That's really powerful. Like if you go into a social event without the anxiety of saying, okay, oh my God, I'm going to get overwhelmed. There's going to be too many people there. I don't know if I really want to be in a crowd. I don't know if I want to do this. And we can work ourselves up into a frenzy instead of losing sight of actually what's important. And what really is important, I think what anybody who has walked into the room really wants is to just have an honest conversation with one person and just connect with them and say, and really look them in the eye and be like, how are you? That's it. How are you? How are you doing? Tell me what's going on in your life. I'm very interested in that, and genuinely mean it. And that person that you are so interested in knowing and connecting with, they equally are going to feel that and really want to know, what are you doing? What are you connecting with? So let's not, during this holiday season, because one of the reasons why people overeat during the holiday seasons is, yes, there's all this food on these buffets. There's all this stuff that you can do and get sidetracked. We can all overdrink and, have far too many cocktails. The reason why all that happens is not because it's there for the taking, which it is. The reason why we get caught up in overeating or overdrinking is it's anxiety. It is nervousness. It is a way for us to cope, right? So for instance, oh my God, I'm anxious about seeing so-and-so. I haven't seen, X, Y, and Z, and I don't know what they're going to think about where I am right now, and I don't feel like I'm doing good enough. They're feeling the same way. Everybody in the party is feeling the same way. So what do? I'll have a cocktail to relax. You know what? Oh my God, that pie looks so good. If I eat a bunch of this, like I stuff it, I'm going to stuff all these emotions into my mouth, and I'll try not to shake the camera to make you guys feel sick. Stuff all this food. Oh, if I stuff this, I'll just numb all the anxiety that I'm having. I'll numb all the feelings. Everything that I'm worried about this party, I will just numb by drinking and eating too much at the party I'm about to go to. And you know what? It doesn't need to be that way. We can fully show up and just enjoy ourselves if we walk into a room, we take a deep breath before we actually walk in, and we just go, the reason why I'm here is that I want to be around people that I love. I want to be around people that I enjoy. I want to be around people that inspire me. And today I was very fortunate to have all that together. And it was by design. I did not show up to one event because I just knew that if I decided to rush around and make that event, that I would feel too much pressure. So I allowed myself the ability to say no. No, because I'm not going to be able to show up to that one event, the one out of the 3 events. I wasn't going to be able to show up to that with full authenticity. I was going to show up with that with anxiousness, and I would be distracted because I would be thinking about the other event that I wanted to go to afterwards. And you know what? It was okay because the 2 events that I went to were amazing. Both of them were design related, and that's a huge background of mine as a designer. And it was so great. I got into some very beautiful conversations with people, and I got updated on what they have been up to. I also got updated on what they were creating in their lives, which brings me so much joy because when I know that people are creating, that is something that they connect with deeply and is important to them. And I love to see people doing the things that they love and enjoy, just as I would want that for anybody that's important to me in my life. And I really, and I enjoyed the food that I had because I went to these events and I knew what I was going to experience there. And I made room for that. I had a light breakfast. And so when I went to the event, I knew that I could eat what I wanted to eat. But because I didn't feel anxious, because I was there from a sense of joy versus obligation, that I did not personally overeat. I did not overdrink to try to stuff any feelings or anxiety or anything like that. So it was really a wonderful day. And I know that this can be, going through the holiday season, a very hard thing for everybody to deal with. This is something that I deal with my clients through coaching, is how do I get through the holidays and how do I deal with perhaps sometimes relationships that might be tense. We're all interconnected. If you live in any community, whether you're in a small town or you're in the city, you're all interconnected. So as much as we say, oh, this small town, am I going to avoid so-and-so or am I going to do this and that? You're going to come across the people that you may not necessarily see, but you can always navigate that by coming from a place of love and also a place of just honor and saying, the reason why I'm here again is to connect with sincerity and with thought and with love. And let me tell you, if you go into any situation like that versus coming from a point of anxiousness and like, oh my God, turn your hair like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. If you don't want to be somewhere, don't be there, because it's going to be a nightmare for you, for everybody that's going with that, whether it's your spouse or your kids. They're going to pick up on that energy and know that you don't want to be there. And, you'll try not to say the things that you don't want to say, but what's going to happen is like, this is going to bubble up. It's going to bubble up, bubble up, bubble up. And then you are going to spew out some crazy stuff that's going to make you seem like the crazy person in the situation when that is not what you intended, because you don't want to be there. So it's okay to say no during the holidays, but it also is advantageous to turn a situation around and say to yourself, okay, I'm here because I want to be here, because the holidays are about celebration, and I want to take advantage of this time in my life to celebrate with the people I love. So short and sweet, this is what I have for you for tonight. If you have anything that you want me to talk to you about in the realm of health, fitness, and design, please reach out to me. I would love to connect. You can reach me on social media at AnnickMagac, or you can email me directly at info@AnnickMagac.com. I would love to meet you. And again, I thank you so much for taking the time to listen.